You never really know what's going to come in useful, but there's never a lack of material in Istanbul. This here is the Egyptian Bazaar in Istanbul. It's a place where all the spices and seeds, cookware, animals even, are still traded as they've always been. And every one of these tiny stores is an absolute treasure trove. Some of them, for the crime writer, are deliciously suggestive. Here's the Cutler's, for instance, a little shop of sharps, knives, scythes, scissors, chisels.
Turkish knife very famous and handmade. Yeah. All of them, handmade.
All handmade in here.
Yeah, this one, handmade. Look,
everything.
All wooden handle, handmade.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe only like this last 4 year, 5 year in machine. Yeah. Factory knife.
You get all sorts of ideas just walking through the streets. I was once watching a cat. It was dusk, and the cat was jumping up into the air again and again. It took me quite a few moments to realise the cat was trying to catch bats as they swooped through the darkened alleyway. I didn't use that right away, but it cropped up in the second Yashim story, the snake sting, like this. A city is not a name. It's a sequence of lives, gestures, memories, all entwined. Lefebvre found stories in its rubble. For Yashim, these stories were found in the voices you heard in the street, in the murmur that surrounded mosques and markets, in a tired boy leaning his burden against a dirty wall, a cat jumping after bats in the dark, the curve of a kayak rower's back.
Vegetables, onion, and some meat, or like that. And
chopping everything small.
Yeah. This model using
It was a small knife with a 4-inch blade and a wooden handle bound with cord. A cook's knife, Yashim murmured. Very comfortable. Malakian bent forward and pointed to the mottled blade. Like me, you think it is not interesting. But then I saw this. Yashim turned the blade and noticed a faint inscription along the flat edge. Amma made me, he read slowly, squinting. The Arabic was worn almost smooth. What's this? Malakian wagged his head. Damascus steel. That's unusual, Yashim admitted. Unusual? Here is the soft steel, here and here to protect the edge. It rusts, of course. On either side, the soft steel, and between them the true blade. You see how it shines? Even now, bright. Such a plain knife for cooking. Do you like it? Yashim grinned. The best steel in the world. A blade fit for a warrior in the kitchen. Of course he liked it. It must have been made for a sultan's kitchen, he said. Of course. I hear you like to cook, so I make it a present. You can give me 1 asper. 1 asper? We say, Yashim Effendi, that you cannot give a knife. But if you pay me a little coin, it is all right. Yashim dipped into his pocket. Everyone had his superstitions. Thank you, Malakian Effendi. I shall treasure it. You should use it, Malakian remarked. Have it sharpened.
And this little pen knife, this little one here?
good one.
Good, it's fun.
From North Turkey, Trabzon.
They're from Trabzon?
From Trabzon, Turkish.
Beautiful.
Or another one from Trabzon. Plastic handle, this one from Trabzon. And this is from Bursa, Turkish city, like a Sheffield.
Yeah.
And horn handle.
Yes.
And
so who uses this one?
This knife, X name is Çoban knife, but Çoban, how can I explain? Like a 500 sheep, koyun.
Yeah, a shepherd's knife.
One man.
Yes, he's a shepherd.
Yeah.
A shepherd. How do you say it?
Çoban.
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 Çoban's knife. Well, I think we need a shepherd's knife in our lives.
I should get one of them.
Definitely get one of them. And I think this would be very nice for my wife. It's a pretty knife for a lady.
For back.
Yeah, for a picnic.
Picnic.
And these are nice for boys.
Yes, maybe.
Small boys.
Yes, small boys.
When Yashim got home, he laid the fish and vegetables on the block and sliced them with a thin knife. The onions were sharp and stung his eyes. He riddled up the stove and chucked in another handful of charcoal. When he had threaded the pieces onto skewers, he smashed the walnuts and the garlic with the flat of a big knife and chopped, drawing together the ever-dwindling heap with the flat of his hand, until the hash was so sticky he had to use the blade to scrape it off his skin. He anointed the fish with the sauce and let it lie while he washed his hands. He laid the skewers over the dull embers and drizzled them with a string of oil. When the oil hissed on the fire, he waved the smoke with a cloth and turned the skewers mechanically. Shortly before the fish was ready to flake from the stick, he sliced a loaf of white bread and laid it on a plate with a small bowl of oil, some sesame seeds, and a few olives. He stuffed a tiny enamel teapot with sprigs of mint, a piece of white sugar, and a pinch of Chinese tea leaves rolled like gunshot, poured in water from the ewer, and crunched it down into the charcoal until its base bit into the glow. Finally he ate, sitting in the alcove, wiping the peppers and the fish from the skewer with a round of bread.
Number
She's
six.
the smaller one.
Small, okay.
But the little girl, she doesn't get anything.
Number.
$14 Turkish lira. Oh. Slice?
Just around the corner, you can see our friend's knife in action. Just watch how this guy minds his fingers.
Evet abi.
Yani çıkıyor ki.
Hep sen çıkacak halin yok ya.
Türkiye tamam, Avrupa'ya yayıldık.
Artık biz Türkiye'yi açtık.
Sinelmiş.
Artık Türkiye sınırları bizi taşımıyor.
Evet. Biraz daha. Yüksek var. Herhalde canım, yani açtın artık.
Okay.